Hello, welcome back to Middle East in Depth, part of Levant TV's Press Reviews. With the situation in Greece affecting the stock market in the Middle East, today we will have a look at Mark Mazower's op-ed in the New York Times, where he reflects on the human costs of 5 years of austerity that have been catastrophic for Greece, but the decision to hold a referendum on Sunday will only make matters worse. The one and unambiguous benefit for Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras has been to unite his party, Syriza, which had been growing increasingly restive as the negotiations went on. Overnight, the Prime Minister Tsipras has cemented his political base and strengthened his hand internally. Syriza is back in the position it likes best, standing for opposition to the global status quo. But Mazowers asks, what has this done for the country as a whole? That the constitution seems to exclude referendums on fiscal matters is perhaps a legal nicety, but it highlights the government's rather cavalier attitude towards the existing political institution. It talks about the people's will, but shows a worrying disregard for the democratic bodies and procedures it says it is protecting. Mr. Tsipras has asked Greeks to vote on an already expired bailout package and has made it clear his desire to see a no vote prevail. The only logical inference, although he denies this, is that he is willing to see Greece abandon the euro. The Prime Minister denies it because he knows this would be unpopular and a huge gamble. He believes a no vote would let him return to negotiate in Brussels from a position of strength. Mark Mazowers is a professor of history at Columbia University, and he adds this reveals a stubbornness to face facts that amount to a kind of magical thinking. Thanks to this ill-advised plebiscite, Greece faces major turmoil that will test the democratic institutions it established after 1974. The country doesn't need a return to the worst excesses of student politics. Still less does it need the overheated rhetoric of violent struggle, national disaster and civil war that is already in the air. Sanity may yet prevail, and a yes vote on Sunday may finally lead to the formation of the national unity government the country has lacked since the crisis started. And now moving on to Beirut, where Lebanese Prime Minister Tammam Salam has succeeded in convening a cabinet session for this Thursday, but the topics on the agenda have yet to be agreed upon. The Free Patriotic Movement, with backing from its allies in the government, Hezbollah, the Tashnak Party and the Marada Movement, are insisting that the vacant position security position posts should top the cabinet's agenda, as former Patriotic Movement leader Michel Aoun has a vested interest in seeing his son-in-law promoted to army commander. According to the Daily Star, this move risks further political paralysis, as if the presidential vacuum were not sufficient. In an apparent effort to become a mini-president, each minister appears to be acting as if he was alone in charge and has veto power over every small detail of government business. Together, the Prime Minister and Speaker Nabih Berri must work to find a way out of this protracted crisis before Lebanon falls further and further into the abyss. The situation, where it's not so tragic, is almost becoming laughable, but it is dire, scaring away much-needed foreign investment and tourists at the start of the vital summer season. The editor then concludes serious political decisions are urgently needed to avert more danger, ones that are taken for the good of the country and with a view to the long term, not just the immediate future. That was it for today's brief analysis. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. You could also subscribe to Middle East in Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.